The alien convoy drifted in silence through the dark space between worlds. Their ships were not made for war. They were made to carry medicine, food, and refugees. But now the engines were weak and the fuel was almost finished. Orange warning lights blinked inside every corridor. Soft alarms kept repeating like a tired whisper. Captain Cyril stood on the bridge and watched the dead stars ahead. His hands were shaking, but he tried to stay calm. Around him, his crew looked scared and tired. Some had not slept for 2 days. Some held little good luck charms. Some stared at the floor and prayed. A young officer spoke with a broken voice. "Captain, the main drive is gone. We cannot jump again. If we stay here, pirates will find us. If we move, we will run out of power. There is no safe planet near us." The bridge became quiet. Everyone knew this zone. It was called the Silent Belt, a place where ships disappeared without answers. Even the strongest fleets avoided it. Even warlords feared it. Captain Cyril took a slow breath. "Send the emergency call. Use the galactic rescue code. Send it far. Send it now." The officer nodded fast. Her fingers moved across the console. A bright signal rose from the ship like a scream. It carried their location, their weak shields, their number of passengers, and the desperate words, "We need help." For a moment, hope returned. Some crew members smiled. Some began to cry. But then the navigation screen flashed red. A warning message appeared. Frequency mismatch. Signal rerouted. Unknown receiver. The officer froze. "Captain, something is wrong." The signal did not go to the Council network. It went to another channel. The captain stepped closer. "Show me the receiver." The screen showed the code. A forgotten route. A dark marked path on the galactic map. The name beside it was short and terrible. Deathworlders space. Earth sector. The bridge felt colder. Even the air felt heavy. One crew member dropped a tool, and it clanged loud on the floor. Another whispered, "No, no, no." Captain Cyril knew the stories. Everyone knew them. Humans were not just strong. They were built by a world that tried to kill them every day. Their oceans, storms, deserts, and beasts had shaped them into survivors. Some called them heroes. Most called them monsters. The old files said the same thing. Do not contact them unless you want war. Captain Cyril stared at the screen. "Cancel it," he said quickly. "Cancel the signal now." The officer tried. She pressed commands again and again. But the system beeped back. Signal already delivered. Cannot recall. A deep fear spread across the bridge. It was not the fear of pirates anymore. It was the fear of something bigger. Something that could arrive and change everything. Minutes passed like hours. Outside the windows, the stars looked still. No movement. No ships. Only empty darkness. Then the long-range scanner made a sharp sound. A new object had appeared far away. It was not a meteor. It was not a drone. It was a ship. The officer zoomed the image, and the bridge fell silent again, because the shape was wrong. Too sharp, too dark, like a blade made for space. Its body was black and smooth. Small blue lights ran along its wings, and behind it 2 pale blue flames burned like cold fire. The ship was coming closer, fast, silent, like it had been waiting for the call. Captain Cyril swallowed hard, and his voice became a whisper. They heard us, and then a human voice entered their speakers. Calm, deep, and clear. "Unknown vessel, this is Terran Fleet Scout Nightfall. You sent an SOS. State your threat level now." The alien crew could not answer. Their mouths were dry. Their hearts were pounding. Because in that moment, they understood the truth. Help was here, but it was the kind of help the galaxy feared. The bridge stayed frozen after the human voice spoke. Captain Cyril looked at his crew and saw the same fear in every eye. No one wanted to answer, because every answer felt like a mistake. The human voice came again, calm and heavy. "Unknown vessel respond. We will not repeat." Captain Cyril forced his throat to work. "This is Relief Convoy Cyril Command. We are not hostile. We are damaged. We have civilians. We need rescue." There was a short pause. Then the human replied, "Copy that. Hold position. We are approaching." The black Terran ship moved closer. It did not shine like normal ships. It absorbed the light like night itself. Blue dots along the wings blinked slow like a sleeping predator. Its engines left two pale trails across the dark. The alien officer whispered, "Captain, they do not sound angry. They sound like they already decided everything." Captain Cyril stared at the screen. "Keep weapons off. Do not lock targets. Do not move suddenly." A few seconds later, the Terran ship slid beside the convoy. It was almost the size of their largest transport. And that was only a scout, a small ship. That thought alone made the alien crew feel weak. A channel opened again. This time the voice was softer. "This is Commander Hale. Your life signs are unstable. We are linking power. Stand by." Before Captain Cyril could reply, the lights on the alien bridge flickered, then stabilized. Their failing systems stopped screaming. Engines did not restart, but the ship stopped dying. Oxygen levels rose slowly. Air became easier to breathe. Some aliens fell to their knees in relief. One medic cried quietly. Captain Cyril felt hope return for 1 second. Maybe humans were not here to punish. Maybe humans were here to save. Then the scanner screamed again. Multiple contacts. Fast approach. Pirate ships burst from the dark like insects from crack. Rusty hulls, sharp spikes, glowing weapons. They were many. Too many. The pirate leader opened a loud broadcast. Well, the lost convoy is still alive. We waited long enough." Panic exploded on the alien bridge. Crew ran to stations. Civilian decks sent screaming messages. Shields weak. Weapons weak. No escape. Captain Cyril spoke into the comm. "Commander Hale, pirates are here. Please, we cannot fight." The human response came instantly. "Understood. Stay behind us. Do not move." The Terran scout shifted position. It placed itself between the convoy and the pirates. One ship against many. And yet it looked calm, like a wall. The pirate leader laughed. "You think one shadow ship can stop us? Give us the convoy, and we might let you live." Commander Hale answered with no emotion. "Negative. Leave this sector now." The pirates fired first. Red bolts filled space. They hit the Terran scout, and the alien crew expected the human ship to break. But the bolts vanished against a bright blue shield. Not one scratch. Not one flicker. The pirates stopped firing for a heartbeat. Confused. Then they fired again harder. Missiles and beams. Everything they had. Commander Hale spoke again. Final warning. Then the Terran ship moved. So fast the alien sensors almost lost it. It spun like a blade. Blue lights turned into streaks. And a single beam shot from its belly. A thin, clean line. One pirate ship vanished. Not exploded. Not broken. Just erased. Like it was never there. The alien bridge went silent. The pirates went silent too. Captain Cyril could hear his own breathing. The pirate leader finally shouted, "What are you? Who are you?" Commander Hale replied, "We are the ones you should never call by accident." And then space itself began to tremble. Because far away new lights were forming. Not one, not two, but many, like stars opening in a line. Captain Cyril whispered, "No, that cannot be." The Terran voice became colder. "Fleet is arriving." The alien bridge shook as new lights appeared in the distance. At first they looked like small stars. Then the stars stretched into lines. Then the lines opened like wounds in space. One portal became 3. 3 became 10. 10 became more than the scanner could count. The silent belt was no longer silent. It was alive. It was screaming without sound. Captain Cyril felt his legs turn weak. He held the console to stay standing. His crew stared at the wide window. Their mouths open, their minds empty. Ships began to arrive. Not small ships. Not normal patrol craft. These were giants. The first Terran dreadnought came through like a black mountain. Its hull was layered with heavy armor plates. Its sides carried rows of hidden cannons. Blue energy flowed along its spine like lightning trapped under metal. Behind it came carriers wider than cities, and long spear-shaped destroyers that moved like wolves. The alien officer whispered, "Captain, this is not rescue. This is invasion." Commander Hale answered on the open channel. "Relief convoy, do not be afraid. We are here for your safety." Repeat, we are here for your safety. Captain Cyril almost laughed from fear. Safety? What safety was left when this kind of power showed up? Any enemy who saw this would either run or die. The pirate fleet began to back away slowly. Their leader shouted into his comm. All units retreat. We do not want this fight. Pull back now. But it was too late. Because the Terran fleet did not chase like beasts. It moved like a machine. Calm. Silent. Perfect. A new voice joined the channel deeper older. This is Admiral Rowan of the Terran Response Fleet. Identify hostile vessels. Commander Hale replied. Pirate flotilla marked red. They attacked the convoy. Admiral Rowan did not ask more. His voice held no anger. Only decision. Pirate flotilla, you have 30 seconds to surrender. Drop weapons and transmit codes. The pirate leader screamed. No, we are leaving. We are leaving. But Terran ships slid around them like closing jaws, blocking every path. Their engines made no loud sound. Only blue burns in space. Captain Cyril watched one Terran carrier open its bay doors. Hundreds of small fighters poured out like a swarm, all moving in perfect lines, all aiming at pirates, all waiting. The pirate leader tried one last trick. He turned his weapons toward the alien convoy. If we die, they die too. Move away, or we fire. The alien bridge erupted with panic. Some crew cried. Some screamed. Some begged the captain to do something. But Captain Cyril could only stare, because the pirates had aimed at civilians. Children. Families. Weak ships with no shields. Admiral Rowan spoke again. You will not harm them. The pirate leader fired. A missile wave launched toward the convoy. Fast and deadly. Captain Cyril thought this was the end. His heart cracked inside his chest. Then the Terran fleet moved. A wall of destroyers surged forward. Blue shields expanded like giant bubbles. They covered the entire convoy in one breath. Missiles hit the shield and vanished into harmless light. The alien crew did not cheer. They could not. They were too shocked, too small in the shadow of that shield. Admiral Rowan gave one quiet order. Remove the threat. The Terran fighters attacked. Not wild, not loud. They struck like rain made of knives. One by one, pirate ships lost engines, lost weapons, lost control. Some ships were sliced in half. Some were frozen by blue beams and drifted silent. The pirate leader screamed again. Stop. We surrender. We surrender. Admiral Rowan replied. Too late for mercy, but not too late for justice. The pirate flagship tried to jump away. Its drive began to glow. Space bent around it. A Terran dreadnought fired one single shot. A thin line of light. The pirate flagship vanished into dust and smoke. Captain Cyril could not breathe. His crew trembled, because they had just seen the true face of Deathworlders. But then Admiral Rowan spoke one more sentence, and it made the aliens even more afraid. This was only the first wave. More fleets are coming, because someone set a trap. Part 3 end. Captain Cyril stared at the star map. His hands were cold. Someone set a trap. Those words echoed in his mind like a slow drum. On the main screen, the pirate wrecks drifted like broken bones. Pieces of metal floated in orange dust. The Terran fleet moved through it without care. Silent shadows with blue fire hearts. Admiral Rowan opened a private channel to the alien captain. Captain Cyril, you will stay close to our shield wall. Do not move away. Do not transmit to outside networks. Someone is listening. Captain Cyril swallowed. Who would trap a relief convoy? We carry medicine and families. We have nothing valuable. The Admiral paused, then answered. You have something valuable. You have witnesses. And you have a story that can expose the wrong people. The alien bridge became quiet again. Cyril did not understand. But fear returned stronger than before. In the Terran command, network commanders spoke fast. Yet their voices stayed calm. Battle groups formed. Fighters returned. Boarding shuttles launched toward the pirate wrecks. Humans were not only destroying, they were collecting proof. A Terra Marine team entered the pirate cruiser that still had power. Inside, they found chained workers, thin, starving aliens, and storage bays full of stolen rescue supplies. Captain Cyril watched the live feed. The Marines moved like dark ghosts. Helmets sealed, weapons ready. But when they saw the prisoners, they stopped, and one Marine offered water with a gentle hand. A medic on the alien ship whispered, "They're monsters, but they act like protectors." Captain Cyril did not reply, because suddenly the scanner showed new movement, not from open space, but from inside the asteroid belt nearby. Small signals at first, hidden, silent, then more, many more, as if the rocks were waking up. Commander Hale spoke. Admiral contacts rising from the belt. Not pirates, different signatures. Admiral Rowan answered. "Show me." The main screen shifted, and Captain Cyril felt his blood drop, because the shapes were wrong again. Not rusty pirate ships. These ships were clean and sharp, dark silver hulls, and their engines glowed violet, not blue. The alien officer whispered, "Those are Imperial hunters. They belong to the Council Empire." Captain Cyril turned. "Impossible. The Empire protects trade routes. They punish pirates." The officer shook. "Not the Black Hunters. These are secret. They erase evidence." A new message blasted across all channels. Cold and formal. "This is Imperial Containment Fleet. Civilian convoy, you are ordered to power down. Terran ships, you are ordered to withdraw. This zone is under quarantine authority." The alien crew stared in shock. They were being commanded like criminals. Admiral Rowan replied with a voice like stone. "Negative. We are performing rescue under galactic law. Identify your reason for quarantine." The Imperial voice answered. "Classified threat. Withdraw immediately." Captain Cyril felt sweat on his skin. He understood now. The pirates were not alone. They were tools. A net thrown by something bigger. Commander Hale whispered to the Admiral. "So they're locking weapons. Targeting the convoy, not us." Captain Cyril shouted. "They are aiming at civilians." Admiral Rowan did not shout back. He just gave orders. "Shield wall tighten. Fighters hold. Do not fire yet." The Imperial fleet moved closer, like a blade sliding toward a throat. Their weapon bays opened. Violet charges built up, bright and hungry. Then the Imperial commander spoke again. "Terran Admiral, you have 10 seconds to leave, or you will be treated as hostile." Admiral Rowan answered. "If you fire on civilians, you will be treated as dead." The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Captain Cyril felt the air vanish from his lungs. His crew held each other. Some closed their eyes, waiting for fire. 3, 2, 1. The Imperial fleet fired. A storm of violet beams, aimed straight at the alien convoy, and the Terran fleet responded, not with fear, but with a single calm word: intercept. In one breath, the Terran destroyers surged forward. Their shields expanded like oceans of light. Violet beams struck blue walls. Space lit up like a sun being born. But one beam slipped through. One small beam, fast, silent, aimed at the civilian ship where the children slept. Captain Cyril screamed, "No!" And then something unexpected happened. A Terran ship broke formation. It dove in front of the beam, taking the hit directly. The Terran ship burned. Its armor melted. Blue lights flickered. It began to fall apart. Captain Cyril watched the human ship die for strangers, and his fear changed into something else. Because now the humans were angry, and the galaxy was about to learn what that meant. The Terran ship that took the hit drifted forward. Its black hull cracked open like broken stone. Blue lights along its wings flickered and died. For a moment, it looked like a dying star falling in slow motion. Captain Cyril could not move. His eyes stayed locked on the burning wreck. A human crew had sacrificed themselves to save alien children they had never met. On the alien bridge, the medic covered her mouth. Someone whispered, "Why would they do that?" Then the comm channel opened, and the voice of Admiral Rowan filled every speaker. But it was not calm anymore. It was quiet, too quiet, like the moment before a storm. "Imperial Containment Fleet, you struck a Terran vessel during civilian protection. You have crossed the line." The Imperial commander replied fast. "Your ship moved into our fire path. This is your choice. Withdraw now." Admiral Rowan did not argue. He gave one simple command: To all Terran units. Rule of engagement shift. Protect convoy. Disable Imperial ships. No retreats. Captain Cyril felt cold fear again. Because the words disable did not mean gentle. Not from humans. The Terran fleet changed shape instantly. Carriers pulled back. Destroyers formed a spear wall. Fighters spread out like a storm cloud. Dreadnought cannons rotated slowly toward the Imperial line. Commander Hale spoke to Captain Cyril. Stay behind the shield. Whatever happens, do not break formation. Captain Cyril answered with a shaking voice. Humans are going to start a war for us. Commander Hale replied. We already did. The Imperial fleet fired again. Violet beams and missiles like poison rain. But Terran shields absorbed them. Some Terran ships were hit hard. Yet they did not fall back. They pushed forward. Then, the Terrans struck. Blue beams shot out like clean lightning. Fast and silent. Imperial ships lost engines one by one. Their violet glow died. Their weapons shut down. They drifted helpless. Captain Cyril expected explosions. Mass death. But the Terrans were careful. They were cutting limbs. Not killing yet. Like they were sending a message. The Imperial commander screamed into the channel. This is illegal. You are attacking Council authority. Admiral Rowan answered. You attacked civilians. You used pirates as bait. You are not authority. You are criminals with flags. A Terran boarding wave launched. Small black shuttles rushed forward. They crashed into the sides of the Imperial ships. Magnetic clamps locked. Doors blew open. Live feeds appeared on the alien screen. Humans stormed the corridors. Not shouting. Not laughing. Moving like trained shadows. Their armor had small blue lights. Their helmets showed red lines across the eyes. They found control rooms. They found data cores. They found seal vaults. And behind one locked door, they found something that made even the humans pause. A small prison chamber. Cold. Dark. Filled with cages. Inside were alien children. Not from the convoy. Different species. Thin and scared. Captain Cyril felt his chest tighten. They were kidnapping children. Commander Hale spoke with hate in his voice. Admiral, they were taking young ones. Selling them. Or worse. Admiral Rowan did not reply at first. Then he spoke slowly. Broadcast that to the entire galaxy. Record everything. The Imperial commander shouted again. Stop that feed now. Those prisoners are classified assets. Classified assets. Captain Cyril repeated the words like poison. Children were not assets. Then the Imperial commander made his final mistake. He sent a code, a hidden command, and the Imperial ships began to self-destruct, trying to erase evidence. Alarms filled space. Ships started glowing from inside. Violet flames grew behind armor. Admiral Rowan roared. Evacuate prisoners now. All teams pull out. Terran Marines grabbed children and ran. Some carried two at once. Some shielded them with their own bodies. Explosions shook the feeds. Metal corridors collapsed. Fire chased them, but they did not stop. One Marine reached the shuttle door holding a small alien girl. The girl clung to his neck, crying silently. The Marine whispered something soft. You are safe now. The shuttle launched out, and behind it the Imperial ship exploded. A bright violet bloom. Captain Cyril watched and trembled. Humans were not fighting for pride. They were fighting because they could not accept this evil. Then Admiral Rowan spoke again to the whole battlefield. Imperial fleet, you are done hiding. You will answer. And far away the scanner picked up a new massive signal. An Imperial battleship bigger than all others. Rising from deep space. Like a dark throne coming to crush them. The massive Imperial battleship moved out of the darkness like a giant coffin. Its hull was silver black and covered in glowing violet lines. It was bigger than the Terran dreadnoughts. Bigger than anything Captain Cyril had ever seen. It looked like a floating throne made for war. On the alien bridge, the air felt heavy again. Some civilians screamed through the calm. Some prayed. Some held their children close. Admiral Rowan's voice came across all channels. Stay behind our wall. Do not fear. We will end this. The Imperial battleship opened a wide broadcast. Its commander spoke with cold pride. Terran Admiral, you have stolen Imperial assets. Return the prisoners. Power down your fleet, and we may let the convoy live. Captain Cyril felt anger rise inside him. They called the children assets again, like lives were just cargo. Admiral Rowan replied, "Those children are free. Your empire is finished here." The battleship answered with silence. Then its main weapon began to charge. A giant violet core lit up in its center. Space around it bent, like the weapon was pulling reality inward. Commander Hale whispered, "Sir, that is a planet breaker beam. If it fires, the convoy dies." Admiral Rowan gave one order. All dreadnoughts forward. Full shields. Ram formation. The Terran fleet moved as one. Giant ships pushed ahead. Blue shields expanded and connected, making a single wall of light. Fighters swarmed around it, like sparks around a storm cloud. The violet beam fired. It was not a line. It was a river of destruction. It slammed into the Terran wall. Space turned white. Every screen shook. Every alarm screamed. Captain Cyril thought the wall would break, but it held. The Terran ships burned. Their shields cracked. Yet they kept pushing forward, slowly, painfully, like a mountain walking through fire. Then Admiral Rowan spoke very softly. Now, from behind the shield wall, a Terran ship launched. Small compared to the giants. Fast like a blade. It flew straight into the Violet River. Its hull began to melt, but did not stop. Captain Cyril realized what it was. The same kind of ship that had already sacrificed itself. Humans were doing it again. The small ship reached the battleship weapon core, and then it vanished in a flash. A silent explosion inside the enemy. The violet beam died instantly. The Imperial battleship shook. Its glowing lines flickered. Its main power failed. Admiral Rowan did not celebrate. He ordered, "Disable it. Do not let them erase evidence." Terrans fired precise blue beams. Engines shut down. Weapons went dark. The massive ship drifted helpless. Boarding teams entered. They took the commander alive. They freed every prisoner. They captured every data core. Captain Cyril watched the screens and felt tears. Humans had won, but they looked sad, not proud, sad for every life lost. Admiral Rowan opened one final message to the galaxy. We answered an SOS. We protected the weak. We exposed the hidden criminals. Remember this. Humans do not hunt the innocent. Humans hunt the ones who harm them. And the Terran fleet turned away, leaving the silent belt behind. But the galaxy would never forget the day they accidentally called Deathworlders and got heroes made of war.